Shawn's challenges before hiring us were that his marketing efforts were scattered, spending quite a bit of money, but not really seeing the right amount of return. So what we did is we overhauled his marketing. We optimized his search ads, we optimized his social media ads, we changed up his website and his landing pages to kind of speak the same language as the ads. We optimized his blog content and got some authority built out there. And the result, a significant increase in web traffic and in lead generation and a reduced cost per conversion. These new ads brought in 56 leads per month. Let's take a listen to what sort of effect this has on a firm when you make these changes. Let's hear it from Shawn.
For the last 30 days, I've billed 80,000, and if I go back one more month, 160. So it's like 80 the last couple months, and like during one point in time, I had a rolling 30 days where I actually hit 100,000 in billing. I'm kind of on an island, solo practitioner, and I stay busy enough between that and a family with 5 kids that I don't do a lot of networking stuff or rub elbows with a bunch of other attorneys, and so I never really know how I'm doing, in comparison to kind of what's out there. And so I'm always kind of curious, well, how am I doing? And so I was sharing some numbers with the other attorney that I was talking to who used to work at an estate planning firm, and he said those are just like amazing, because I'm closing like close to 80% of what I have come in. It's like 76%, I think.
With his former agency, there was just a lack of accountability. He wasn't getting the service that he needed. He was spending money, but he wasn't sure of where the leads were coming from or what his costs were, and it was very frustrating for him to not have the insight from his former agency as to how all of this stuff is actually working. When we looked at what he was paying on Google, it was a very high cost per conversion on Google, and that's because the ads weren't run by a firm that fully grasps and understands all the nuance of estate planning. Also, the firm's website SEO performance was not living up to its potential. The firm needed a partner who could take ownership of the campaigns and drive tangible results and then communicate that back to him. So what we did was we overhauled all of his ad campaigns, took over the copy, built new landing pages, refocused the keywords that we were looking for, and then we optimized the website for converting prospects. The result? Cost per lead dropped by $160 per lead. We doubled his leads per month, and we increased website traffic by 70%. So all sounds cool when I say it, but listen to what Phil has to say in his own words about making these adjustments.
Some leeway to invest, in some of this stuff. And we were using this firm before, IMS, and they did fine. Not particularly responsive. It was a little frustrating if we needed a change on the website. And we largely broke our contract with them in favor of IMS. And you remember, James, when we moved to you. And I gotta say, first off, IMS is, and we can touch on this more later in the podcast, but the customer service at IMS, even if the results were exactly the same, the responsiveness and the ease of working with you guys and how proactive you are, and the monthly meetings where we touch base and learn kind of where the leads are coming from and where the calls are coming from, and then the promptness with which you make the changes that we talk about in the meeting and it's just so easy to get a hold of you, and like that by itself has been such a load off my shoulders to be able to have someone who's easy to work with. But on top of that, part of this is our work, but I can't minimize the fact that we switched to IMS in like December, and we've had a noticeable increase in traffic. We were already doing pretty well, but you guys have taken pretty well and really pushed us up there. Our SEO results are higher than they've been, and we were doing okay, but you guys really brought it to that next level. It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic working with you guys. I've been so excited. I'm actually excited about the vendor calls, talking to Amber, my monthly call. That type of check-in used to be a frustrating experience for me with the last one because we just weren't seeing what we needed to see. And now talking to her once a month is a highlight of my week. I really like the calls with you guys. You're doing a great